Welcome to the second episode of Chill. We're just talking. The Lullas have a special guest that we're going to welcome this evening because we have like a very interesting topic that you all are going to, I'm sure, have a lot of input on. So without further ado, let's just get into it, ladies. Let's start talking about it. And the first thing we're going to discuss is the Run the World episode. Hey, Nick. Hey, Chance.
What up, what up, what up?
Hey. Hey, Fee.
Hey, sis. What's good,
How you
doing?
guys?
I'm all right. I'm okay.
I ain't got no AC, I'm hot.
Oh, no.
You hot?
No AC. What happened?
Where you been?
It's Walmart.
Girl, I'm about to take my rent check back. They playing games with me. They better stop playing to get this AC working. I can't be sweating like this. This is crazy. No, but they supposed to be working on it. They supposed to be getting us a new one. Whatever the company they getting them from, they ain't working. So I'm in here just sweating. And
They better get it together.
Well, you don't look like you're sweating, so that's good. You look good, boo.
I'm glossy.
Yes, you got that natural H2O glow.
It's gonna be natural in a minute.
So, did you guys watch Run the World? What do you think about that? The second and third episode. Did we change our opinions from the last time, or are we still want to give it a chance?
I think there's a lot. Episode 2 and 3 had a lot to unpack. We got to start. Whitney's in her feelings. She's feeling guilty.
As she should.
Yo, yeah, it's crazy.
She was smiling out. She had a hot girl. Nice.
She's dealing with the outcome of her affair. Then you've got Sandy, who's dealing with the backlash of pulling her boyfriend's daughter out of ballet school, and also them going public.
Right.
The possibility of them going public. You've got Renee is over here. She's reeling. She's going through it with going venting about her marriage, and then deciding whether or not she's going to divorce him. And then we have Ella, who celebrated her birthday. In true fashion, she was in her feelings. She's dealing with a past love coming back into her life and trying to fill out her feelings for him. Should she or should she not? So what do you think?
That's relatable. I think we all have been there where we were Ellen, just drinking and your emotions are flowing, and then you might get that phone call or maybe a pop-up by an ex, and your emotions just are all over the place. So I think we all have kind of like been in that situation. You kind of second guess, like, should I? Maybe.
Not me.
I don't know.
Not me.
I have.
Not me.
I don't go backwards. Y'all know that.
And her friends are not feeling it. Her friends are like, get this dude out of here. Every time he's been coming around, they're like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
They call him Satan. She said, what's your name, Satan? I was cracking up.
They do call him Satan. They do call him Satan.
Satan, they do.
Okay, but I guess more specifically though, with Ella's issue, we all have to touch on why he left. Okay, he had an opportunity that was really big career-wise.
Right.
I believe someplace in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
What to me, she had just, remember her book flopped. Her book had just flopped. She was all emotional about that. He could never find the right time to tell her he was making this major move. So unfortunately, it just happened to play out 7 days before he was leaving. I think my issue, that's
wrong.
I think my issue is not more so when he did it, but the fact that he had already made up his mind that he was going. So it was nothing for her to really say.
Right.
What do y'all feel about it?
Did he say something about he called her and she wasn't answering his calls and stuff? Didn't he say something like that?
That was
after
he left.
After he left.
Was after he left. That's why he stopped calling her. But 7 days to tell me that you leaving for the summer, I would be in my feelings too. But after I'm going and I'm calling you and you ain't responding, then what I'm coming back to?
But you know what it is? It's not what he did, it's how he did it, which we can all agree on.
Yeah, exactly.
But as we're all trying to figure out our way in life, it's like sometimes we have to be a little selfish. So I think in that moment, he made a decision. He was selfish. He wasn't thinking about love. He was thinking about his career path.
Right.
But it still hurts the other person.
It was
But when you come back, he got to take all that heat because he came back like he never left.
Yeah, he coming back like he never left. But I didn't know what was going on with them because the way they was referring to him as Satan and such this evil guy, I didn't know what the heck he did to her. So I mean, obviously it's so hurtful, but I didn't know. I was thinking like he cheated.
I was expecting for him to be more of an asshole.
Right.
Like,
yes.
Just because they call him.
You want to like him. You want to like him.
I do want to like him. I do. Because you know what it is? It's like he went out there, he did what he was supposed to do, he tried it, but then he came back to where his heart was. So I mean, that's a nice little love story.
Right.
Well, he didn't try. He spent 2 years there, I believe. It was 2 years he's been going.
And guess what? He's still single, and she's still single.
Yes. Well, and that's what I saw. He came back. He really did. He's trying to come back for her.
Yeah.
He really
and she love him. You can see she love him. She all drunk on the mic like, ugh.
Anybody got you singing that bad and that off key, you better love his ass.
What you say, Fee?
You know what's funny though? Like when they was out at that brunch and then her friend came and she saw her and looked at her, gave her that look. Like we all do that. We see if I see it in y'all, somebody you ain't got no business with. You all want to give that look like
but why are we attracted to that the most?
Listen to you cry for hours. Oh hell no.
Why are we attracted to that? Like the guys that we really have no business with, that we know are bad or have done bad, we just seem to get turned on by that. I don't know why. It's the drama.
It's the drama. It's definitely the drama.
Yeah. I think it's. Oh, you got a couple of shout outs. Thank you, Nandi. Bianca, I saw you.
Hey,
I see you.
Hey.
I see you, Merv. You know.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for the love.
What up?
What?
Flex.
Hey, Flex. Damn, you my age.
Oh, it's cute. I don't know. I don't know if Ella is over the fact of how he left. I think he really broke her heart. He that took her a minute to get over that. And seeing him and rehashing it is not a good idea for her right now. I don't think it's a good idea for her right now. I would take it slow.
He keep popping up on her though. It's like he's not even giving her a chance. He's popping up on her. What do you do with that? You're not prepared for that emotion.
It's quite clear that all of these dudes is cool. We got to taste the guys' night.
Yeah.
I was really surprised.
Yeah, that was cool. It was cool. And they give each other bad advice.
Looking at the wrong booties.
What about Whitney? What about Whitney and her little night fling popping up to the event?
Oh my God. I know.
Oh, y'all get into that. I want to hear this. Go ahead.
I would have been like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Did you see that part, Fee? When the fling popped up at the birthday party?
I'm like, listen, you know I got 5 boys, you gotta go. I would have been out.
I was like, girl, you better tell his ass right now. I'm yelling at the TV like, you better tell him right the fuck now, because if you walk out of there and back there with your man, and then that song, I just wanted to die for her, girl. She done fuck.
He was sticking his heart out. And her sneaky link was there.
He looking like an idiot up there. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You know, man, that sneaky link shit only work when they wanted to work. If they don't want it to work, they just gonna blow your shit out the water, sis.
Word.
But
make sure you know what you're doing.
Look at how highly he talked about her to his boys at the boys' night.
Yeah.
He was singing her praises. I need to know, fellas, is it really like that out here? Is it really like that?
I would hope so.
It better be.
No. When you singing her,
they do not go out the guys' night and talk about their future
like she's doing some extra other sneaky-ish. You out here singing her praises, but she the sneaky one.
And she don't really want to get married. She don't know what she.
I want to know, is it really, fellas? Let us know if you experienced that, where you was all in 100%, ringing her bell, talking about her, bigging her up, everything, and she out here just doing the nasty with whoever,
right?
Whenever, just all the time.
But men do it too. Men do it too.
I know. I don't blame her. I feel like, she had a moment. She had a fling. They could possibly come back, but when he finds out, if and when he finds this out, he's gonna be devastated. So, ladies, do y'all think she should tell him?
No, I think she needs to be real with herself about what she wants. I think she should start there. once she starts being real with herself about what she wants, then maybe tell him but with the expectation of they're gonna just break up. I mean, he's gonna want to stay through that.
Right.
TV, but
got
real
a real
life,
strong
they don't
family
stay through that
presence,
shit.
and his family is like, you know, I don't even know if she could tell him, like, you know what, maybe we should pump the brakes a little bit, whatever, because his family and everybody on go. She kind of in it if she wanted to or not, right there.
So would you think she should tell him?
Speak now, babe.
No, I don't think she should tell him. She made a mistake, whatever, but I don't think she should tell him no.
But she doesn't accept his culture either. She don't accept his
too
culture.
hesitant to even make that mistake, which mistakes happen. She already seemed like she don't really want to get engaged. Let him be with someone else.
That, though. She should say she's not ready to get married yet, but I don't think she should say what she did now. Keep that to yourself, sis.
Let me ask you a question.
I don't think that we should do this yet, boo.
Would any of y'all tell your spouse, boyfriend, husband, whoever that what you did? Would you? Honestly,
I plead the fifth.
I would tell.
No, we didn't plead the fifth. You're keeping it real.
I would tell because I don't want no fighting at my funeral. I would tell.
It would eat me up. I would tell.
I think it would.
I wouldn't do that. So I don't have to say
that number one. But I would tell because it would show my anxiety too bad. I wouldn't be able to hold it. This girl
got a man that want to do all of this. He loving her. He look good. He's successful. He a damn doctor. He doing this and that. And she just like, I would have never did that. I ain't messing my shit up.
But you know what? When they became intimate, it just seemed like she was making herself do it. So I think she was thinking about the other guy when she was with her fiance?
Yeah, of course she was. She was thinking about what she did. You know, them feelings that when you feel guilty and shit, boy, that shit eat you up.
They call him Community P. Okay?
Yes.
Community. Keyword there is community.
Yeah,
like everybody mind you, he's with Renee. Yeah, Renee brought him.
Renee was
like, he don't add no more. I already went down that road, and he don't add no more numbers to my hit list, girl.
So now he's gonna be calling you and like blow that shit up. That's what she should have told him.
But see, I think she moving too fast. She shouldn't do that. She mad at her husband. That's fine, but I kind of want them to stay together. You know, after kind of watching both of them separately, I like them, so I would like them to work it out. But
I like the guys. I like the guys on the show.
I love the guys on the show. Yeah. And I just tell you, boys' night was like a big thing for me. I was like, oh, I really took it in. I was like, gosh, this is so cute. This is what y'all talk about. Oh my gosh. This is what y'all sit around. Oh, this is so cute. I was so elated.
I kind of think that was TV choices.
You don't
I don't think they do that in real life.
I don't know. Maybe there are a group of. I don't think they do that in real life.
I see that movie, but I ain't gonna really look because I'm getting married. Yeah, right, Ray.
Maybe it was just me.
I don't know what world you live in, but
maybe there's 5 guys out there that you know. I don't know.
Now, I think they get tired quick and go home. But I don't think they be sitting there being holier than thou up there.
I love Maxine. I have to call her Maxine. I know that's not
Erica Alexander.
Yes, always.
I love her on this show. She is hilarious.
Maxine.
She's starting the karaoke.
I know.
Doing her thing. I was
like, yo, when she grabbed the bottle and left, I died.
Yeah, I know. That was
now, let me ask you a question. I hate that. If you come to somebody's event, you don't take your bottle with you. I think that is just tacky.
Mia, don't we always say that?
I
died. Always say that, Mia.
I died twice. She grabbed that bottle and went out.
Whoever you are.
I don't care if I took 2 sips. I'm not taking the bottle with me. I brought it to your house. It's for you. I'm not going to take the bottle with me. It was my birthday.
That's a wrong situational. That's situational, Mia, because there could be so if I came to a party to your event and I brought my Hennessy with me, and all y'all got over there is Mad Dog and Smirnoff, maybe a little bit of
Amsterdam. That's foul.
They doing all of this and that, so I'm just like, I don't know. I might take my Henny when I leave.
Kanika, I didn't know we were so low budget in your eyes. I didn't realize we were so low budget in your eyes.
No, but I like the majority.
That's House with Bones Farm, bitch. Okay, really?
That's not y'all. I'm talking about like in my past life. I've been places where people say bring a bottle and they all bring all of the bullshit and then drink your expensive shit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like if I leave, like, or they'll come with their own personal bottles. And I'll say if everybody got a bag and they pour and they shit in their cup, so I'm supposed to leave my bottle and share, and everybody else is sitting here acting like they got personal stashes.
Nowadays, depending upon who you hang with, you gotta read the room. You
so
gotta read the room.
It's situational. It depends on the situation.
First of all, I think it's tacky to bring personal bottles. I mean, I don't do that. I don't have a personal bottle. I bring a big bottle to anywhere that I go because I plan on sharing. So even if it's stuff I don't drink, so if you bring Hennessy and I don't drink Hennessy, and so what? I might have guests later that might drink Hennessy. I just don't think that you should do that. But in certain events, like you said, situational. If I see a lot of little small bags, but goddamn it, I'm going back to the store, keeping my drink in the trunk, and I'm getting me a small bag too. Goddamn it.
Exactly. Like what I look like. Not about to get everybody else drunk. Y'all gonna get double drunk with my shit. I just got my little regular cup. Nah.
But did she bring? But see, we never saw her bring the bottle, so we don't know if she stole the bottle. Or not.
Real
talk. They don't look like they roll with bringing individual bottles. Nobody walked through the door with a bottle. Everybody notice that? Them bottles was on the table.
Yeah, they was bottles.
Erica Alexander, ratchet ass, stole a bottle. She looked at that bitch and said, "You know what? Y'all hoes don't need it. Won't notice. I'm out."
They paid for that. That was a part of the party. That was part of the karaoke event. So she took that out. I mean, I don't know. Did she contribute to that?
I don't, probably not. If she stole a bottle, that's still damn sure ain't pay up front.
I'm out. She's I did all this singing tonight, and she up here crying, and this one up here tripping about calling niggas Satan. I'm out. Taking this bottle. I had a long night.
She was over it.
So let's touch on Sandy's situation. I like Sandy. I think Sandy's the one who dates the single father.
Yeah.
Right.
We all know I think he took it a little overboard when he went off on her about the ballet school. I get it. Kids like Pink. She just wanted to fit in. I get the whole thing. But hold up. When Sandy come back was like, and I be taking care of your ass and her ass? Oh, don't tell me. She stormed out of there, grabbed that bag real quick. She was out. I was like, yes, sis.
You know what? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's always how you say it. Like he could have said that a lot better than, and consider her feelings because she was only trying to help. Like,
right.
And I always say, like, I could completely shut down on somebody that talked to me crazy. Like, either that or I'm like, to me.
But wait a minute.
That is how you.
She got pink eye because he farted in her face while they was having sex.
Yo!
What? Oh yeah. That was on. What episode was that? That was the second one.
Yeah.
The second episode. Yeah. The second one.
Has that ever happened to anyone of y'all? You ever got pooted in the eye?
Hell no.
No.
You got me messed up.
That happened. We would have been known that, Mia.
If I ever got pink eye, one of my kids gave it to me. That's about it. Okay.
Big facts.
Yo, you got me messed up. I don't know what type of freaky move she was pulling, but no man's ass would ever be that close to my face for him to ever.
I would have not told anybody that. Like I got farted in the eye. So put it in my eye, I got pink eye. Sorry. Put my shades on like
you know what just said. She said that.
Yeah, 90s comment.
She said that the girl overstepped, and I honestly agree because that's not her daughter. She shouldn't have pulled her out to school without calling him first, like, or even asking her how she felt about it. She did see that they was treating her wrong or whatever, and but I still would have called my man like, look, they treating your baby girl crazy over here. I think that we should just pull her and let him say yeah or no instead of just doing it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree too. That was a lie.
I wouldn't have said nothing. I'd have left her in whatever school she wanted to be in. And that ain't my child. I got no qualms there. Bruh.
But you can't say it's not your child.
I know. She learned her lesson from that.
To me, you can only do that. I can say that up until I'm your wife. When I'm your wife and I become legally her stepmother, and that's when people ask, that's when you and you have to see how the child feels. But no, I'm not gonna. I'm always neutral. I'm just looking back and forth, like, oh, well, that looks like an argument between daughter and father. Oh, they're having a disagreement. Oh, it must be about ballet.
But even as a wife, it's still not your biological child, so you still have to consult the biological parent before making certain decisions.
Right.
That's what I think so. it's still like kind of like the same situation. If I put you in the care of my kid to do certain things, it's because I trust you,
Right.
with a title or not. So,
and you're gonna develop that trust before you get married.
Absolutely. But she handled it wrong.
Yeah.
I just don't, I'm trying to watch the show a little further because they never really touched on how long they've been together. I want to know how long they've been doing this.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. I don't know what to say or how to react because I don't know how long she's been in this girl's
Oh, but
life.
did she mention in the first episode how old the little girl was?
She was young.
She was young. She did mention. I just don't remember how young.
Or how they started off.
Right.
Or how involved she was in the early stages, in the early,
Right.
I don't know. Because there was something there that made her feel that she could do what she did.
Right.
So I see that part.
Right.
There was something there that she was like, this ain't the school for you. I mean, I think she had a little too much of a Black Power moment. I don't even think the little girl understood what was going on.
She had no clue.
She completely didn't understand. She didn't know nothing about that. And, that could make
more.
And that's a touchy line too.
She was 4.
Since she was 4.
Just pulled it up.
Oh, she was 4.
Since she was 4.
So
She
how
has a very strong personality. We can see that. Like, regardless, her personality is very strong. She's very opinionated. She stands behind her word. So,
yeah,
and I think he's struggling with that too. Like, her boyfriend.
Yeah, I want to know when they're gonna go public. When they're gonna come out. I mean, I see he made his appearance at the karaoke, which was nice.
Right.
But when they doing this, I know it affects her. She really is big on this. She doesn't want what she's achieved in her life and her education to be like overshadowed.
Mm-hmm.
But he's ready to put it all on the line. He's like,
he's ready.
I'm ready.
He's ready to put it all out there. She's the one that's a little hesitant.
This is going
to be understandable. Yeah, it's understandable. I get it. But we're gonna keep watching.
We sure are. Let's jump into Renee real quick.
Yes.
Try to touch on Renee. That reverse cowboy.
So who has had that moment? Who has tried to do something real?
First of all, I had to rewind that because I missed that shit. I'm like, how could that happen?
Oh, that has happened to me plenty of times because I'm clumsy. I try to do
that.
Yo, the Charlie horse is
Charlie
when you think you a gymnast, here go my Dominique Dawes ass trying to do something new. Oh Lord Jesus, here I go. No, yeah, well, my hips is old. I'm old.
Charlie horse, you are no longer cute or sexy.
When you slide off the bed, hit the floor. Oh God, it's coming.
That one leg go straight.
It goes stiff.
Like you in a cast. The whole time. Like, oh, help me.
The only thing you can think is, thank God I ain't driving. It's my right leg. Thank God I ain't driving. Hold on.
And then that pain is there for days sometimes.
Word.
Charlie horse thing.
You got your aspirin by the bed, like aspirin and water.
Water, because water is the remedy.
I need a minute.
For real.
There's nothing wrong with trying new things. There's nothing wrong with trying new things and being adventurous, but we all got to know our limitations.
Absolutely.
Don't hurt nobody.
But you don't want to be, you want to not get too comfortable, and you don't want to be like doing the same shit all the time. So you're like, well, let me just try this and watch this. Next thing you know, you're like, look, they picking you up like,
somebody call 911. Call the ambulance.
That's funny.
Imagine having to go to the hospital because y'all done did some bullshit. That would be crazy.
Yo,
that would be crazy.
I'm sorry for the interference. I just got an air conditioner coming in and it's sounding crazy, but I'm cool now.
Oh yeah, come through AC. Come through with the AC.
Well, what about her situation with her husband though? Her reverse cowboy was hilarious. I guess that like she said, that was her trying to make it work. Unfortunately, he got kicked in the face, but. But what about?
You should have took that like an OG and just kept it going, not like, ooh.
Yeah, he was like, but he really did 65 handle it. It was like kind of like, damn.
Yeah, he really did.
Look at this girl. She ain't but big as a minute.
Off and moving. Kept the groove going.
You know what I mean? Couldn't hurt that much. She ain't but big as a minute. Calm down, brother. But
that was funny. That was
the money. Like, if you and your significant other had a joint bonds or savings or stock, and he pulls this money without your knowledge and already pre-invested into what he would like to do, how you feel about that?
Oh, we got a problem. That's a huge problem.
Word, I think that motherfucker stole from me. I'm gonna kick his ass.
Yeah.
First of all, he said he took all of the fucking money. He didn't take that. He didn't make a little small withdrawal. He didn't take half of it. He took all of it.
$0.
All of it, Alex. All of it.
I was like,
All
sir,
of it.
kindly walk towards the other side of the door, taking some drawers and t-shirts and socks with you. Yeah, just come on, let me help you out.
To the left. To the left.
I'll talk to you later.
Everything
can't
you
do
own
that.
in the box
That's
to the left, right?
That's
Yeah,
me.
man.
You can't do that. I understand why she mad,
Yeah.
but
I would hope they work it out. Hopefully they could get back into a good place. I'm all for
I
the
don't
love.
think so. She told him to get his own apartment. She want him out.
She did.
I don't
She
think they gonna
ready.
get back together.
She
He was like, I'm leaving. You went to go see a realtor for me? You know, went and found an apartment for me and shit. You didn't tell me to move, but you went and found me somewhere to live too. That bitch like, you got to go.
Right.
Sorry.
Yes, I think that's tonight's episode. That's episode. Yeah, we're gonna see that tonight. For
Oh,
those
I
who-
did kind of jump ahead of y'all. I meant to tell y'all
No,
that I
it's
had
cool.
watched.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, we're gonna keep watching.
We gonna keep
that's for
watching.
sure.
But let's, as you know, as I mentioned in the first episode, the show is very reminiscent to those who are out there. For those who just tuned in, we're recapping Run the World episodes 2 and 3. If the show is very reminiscent to you, yes, it may remind you of Sex and the City, and it does to me in my eyes. But we all know, I don't know if you all know, but Sex and the City is being revived. It is coming back to HBO, I believe, with everybody except for Kim Cattrall's character, which is Samantha. I don't know. I think if Run the World stays on its path, this new reboot revival of Sex and the City could have a little competition. What do y'all think?
I think so. Go ahead, Mia.
I'm not really I like Sex and the City, if you pointers on it, but I'm not really like I'm not a big fan to sit there and compare, what each show is doing.
All right.
I do see what you're saying with the similarities of that.
And Sex and the City has their diehard fans. We gonna pull up and watch regardless.
This is Mr. Biggs. How you doing, Mr. Biggs?
I'm definitely gonna check it out. But we want to know what you guys think. Let us know. Is Run the World watch worthy? We're gonna post something on our Facebook page. If you don't follow us at Chill We're Just Talking. If I'm wrong, guys, let me know. It's the Lela's Chill We're Just Talking page. But
so Nick, what you got for us with the topics?
Yes, so have y'all heard? Let's get into it. We have to say rest in peace to the legendary. We started a rest in peace last podcast. So we're starting another rest in peace to the legendary actor Clarence Williams, who passed away at the age of 81 from colon cancer.
Oh.
the third. Clarence Williams third. Just in case.
Clarence Williams the third. Yes, I'm sorry. From, if you remember him from the Mob Squad, Purple Rain. I mean, he's been in it all, even Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
So, of course,
All
rest in
the
peace.
scary
to
movies.
From the Hill, Tales from the Hood.
We losing
Yes.
all our greats.
I
We
know.
losing all our greats.
Tales from the Hood is the first thing that pops to my mind when I think of him. When I see
Right.
it's that movie that I think of.
Yes. Rest in peace to Clarence Williams the third.
Wow.
So did y'all also hear about the young man who is suing the Illinois Police Department for mistaking his late daughter's ashes for drugs?
Yeah,
Yes.
Wow. Shit.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, Datarius Barnes was handcuffed in a squad car in Springfield, Illinois, so confused because the police pulled him over for speeding and his daughter's ashes was in an urn that they pulled out, spilled ashes on the ground, and said that it was tested positive for meth. And he's there like, this is my daughter's ashes, this is not drugs. Totally disrespected him, his late daughter. It was a horrible situation. So he is suing that police department. And he has a federal lawsuit pending with them now.
Yeah, that
Springfield,
was
Illinois.
They gonna settle that. That's not gonna go all the way. They're gonna settle that because it ain't even no way in there's no way to explain that. I'm really telling you
How do
what
you
it is.
mistake
Like, I don't
ashes?
understand.
ashes for meth.
Right,
What?
exactly.
What was that
And they
with-
lied and said that they tested it and it was positive for meth. Police abusing their power per usual. You know how they do. And then they're like, all right, well, we'll let you go. and you just got to appear to court for, I think, a marijuana possession.
I don't even understand why, like cases like this take so long.
Right.
To me, it's like it's cut dry. Like it's ashes. The mother was sentenced to 20 years in prison for neglect.
The daughter passed because the mother and her boyfriend neglected the daughter.
Neglect and starvation.
And starvation, yes.
Oh my goodness.
These daggone police pulled him over. He already is a grieving father.
But it was in an urn. It wasn't like, it was like a reefer bag or a little Ziploc dust bag.
Right, it was in an urn. And he's telling the cops that.
I'm glad he didn't just start tripping on them cops and stuff, because they probably would have tried to kill him out there.
Well, he was cuffed in the back of the car from the video I saw.
Yeah, he was cuffed. He was.
It was in the bag. It was in the urn bag, like the bag that they put him in the bag actually. But allegedly, something that I read also said he had his marijuana with the same stuff. I mean, bro.
Yeah, he had a marijuana possession.
He did have his marijuana. He had marijuana on him. But however, ashes doesn't look like weed to me. I ain't never seen that.
But marijuana is legal now. So even if he did have marijuana, okay. But then you dump some of his daughter out.
Illinois, is it illegal in Illinois yet? I'm not sure.
I think yes. I'm not sure. I think so. Okay. I believe so. We could fact check.
I don't know the law on that one.
I believe it is, but we'll fact check that. But still,
that's a crazy ass situation.
It's just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I mean, the cops, I guess, thought they was doing their job. You want to give them a bit of a doubt.
Right.
But it's heartbreaking.
Yes. So we'll follow up on that case. So I don't know if you guys also heard, Auntie Mary has a documentary dropping. Her My Life documentary is coming on Amazon June 25th, directed by her and Puffy, of course, and musically directed by Quincy Jones. So we all love Mary. Who doesn't love My Life album? Classic album.
Okay, that was our era, baby.
And she will be giving us a concert during the documentary too. So that's going to be dope. That's going to be super dope to see. And she talked about how she was so depressed during that time of her life.
Definitely.
And we love Mary. Who doesn't love Mary when she's the most depressed? But to hear
her, she makes the best music.
That's when she makes her best music. But she was struggling during that time and putting that album out.
And she said that was her darkest time. Like
her darkest time.
And her best album.
And her best album. I know. So we'll watch that for sure. I know.
People be going through it, be depressed for us to enjoy their music. When they happy, people like, that's it.
Nah, I feel like that. Remember when Kanye came out with The Good Life? That was my shit. That was my song.
Yeah.
Some songs make you feel like that, but some of them, But Mary album.
Yeah, well, she lost me when she had a dancery. I was like, what the f is she talking about?
I can't wait to see it.
That's the same album that Mr. Wrong was on, right? No.
No, it's not that one. I can't remember that album, but I was like, no. Bring back depressed Mary. Give me sad Mary any day.
I know, right? We just pushing them until they jump off the goddamn bridge so we can get good music.
It's so sad. I'm only concerned about my own feelings. Sorry, Mary.
Well, yeah, we're going to definitely watch that. Amazon Prime, June 25th. And we will be chatting about that again, too. So let's get into what's been trending all week. This big old debate, sisters.
Okay, and what is that? Y'all ready?
This bonnet.
You know, and you know.
Let me
make sure the brown's still out though. Hold on. Oh Lord. Already.
Here we go. So social media has been in a frenzy of the bonnets, and all of the women wearing bonnets and out in public. And Monique put out her video giving her opinion about these bonnets and how we should not be wearing these out in public. We all know, growing up, our mothers told us, don't go outside looking crazy. And that's the message that Monique was delivering, but it was not received by our sisters. It was not received. Everyone is pissed off. They want to wear their bonnets out. Let them do what they want. They got their hair they protecting. They got their wigs and weaves and braids protected, and they not trying to mess their hair up, so they rocking their bonnets any and everywhere they please. They like, stay out of our business. How y'all feel about that?
First of all, I want to say that I love you guys' bonnets. It looks good. Nikki, zebra print, chance. It goes right
I was
with
about
that
to say, these niggas got bonnets
I keep a fly bonnet. What?
I love it. Mine is huge. Look how big it is. Look how big it is.
That's a big bonnet. That's an extra
Right,
large
you.
one.
You got the jumbo on.
This one I had braids. So this is the one I had to wear when I had braids.
That's what I use when I had my locks. When I had my locks, that's what I use.
But it's giving me the Joker hat from Batman. You know when he wore that little thing. You know? That's how I feel like
It's a beret.
I can tilt it. I can like tilt it to the side and stuff.
It's a beret. It's a beret bonnet.
Well, me personally, I do not wear my bonnet out in public.
Me either.
That's not what I do. I don't get down like that. If I travel, I do like to protect my hair, so I will have a scarf on, but I put a hat on over it. So you're not seeing my scarf, you're not seeing a bonnet, you're not seeing a head wrap, ever. It's other ways to protect your hair and still look okay out in public.
Absolutely.
What about you guys?
This is
Well,
real.
I'm
This is
the
for
queen of the rap.
Here's a presentable option right here. Put your
I'm the
scarf
queen of the
on
rap.
with your hair out in the back, wrap it up in a bun. Chauncey, you know you rock those. I call them your turban
Yes.
style.
I'm the queen of the rap.
Queen
got a head wrap.
of the raps. I love
Queen of
it. I
See,
love
but
it.
two turbans don't look right on everybody. Everybody, you know what? I can't get that shit to look right. That's why I just be like, you know what? Either I don't got enough head, or I think that my head too big. But either way, my bun be bigger than my head because there's just so much more fabric left. I guess I don't know. That's not my lane. But that first scarf, yeah. But
Yeah, scarf
I agree with
your
my.
hair
I
out.
just don't know how to tie it. Like a tulip.
Yeah, I don't.
know how to
Right.
do it.
I agree with her. I feel like she was only trying to look out. I don't think that she had no ill intent to the ladies. Like I think it wasn't received well. They didn't get her message because perception is everything and how you take it from what somebody say. It's always how you say it or whatever. But I just think she was really looking out. And the funny part is that I done had this bonnet on and went to the gas station twice because it's at the corner of my house. But
Yes,
then I'm
you
like,
did,
well, should I take it off real quick? Like I'm like real fast. But then when I went outside, I seen about 10 to 15 people. So I'm like, maybe that wasn't even a good look. Like I don't know, but it's not that big of a deal. It's really not. I think that it's to each own, do you? But it's not a good look to be outside running around with a bonnet and no pajamas. Like
I think to each I don't agree with it. I think I agree with Monique. It's a little tacky, but Monique already got a lot of heat from her being so opinionated that she automatically just
yeah, maybe it wasn't Monique that should have said it. If Cardi B would have said it, then they would have liked it. It would have been okay. But Monique said it was like, if you don't get your hairy leg ass out of here, Cardi B did it okay.
Right. Tina and I were actually talking about that earlier, and she had mentioned like if it wasn't Monique that said it, would it have been received differently? She brought up if it was Beyonce or Michelle Obama, would the women be as angry as they are?
No, they would not be.
Really, I doubt it. I think they would have been
Cardi B did
received
it,
differently.
same thing. Nope, it would have been absolutely fine.
Right. It's just that it's coming from Monique.
But you know what
She
it
didn't
is?
say it wrong.
Like-
She was right. She didn't even say it in a malicious way.
She was trying to get constructive criticism on us because, as Black women, we are criticized the most from everybody.
From everyone.
Everybody, every culture, ourselves, everybody. So, I mean, is it a good look? No. But like you said, what if I'm getting married tomorrow and I have to catch a flight to another state and I just got my hair pinned up and it's a lot of big curls? I might have a long weave, so I'm trying to save it on the flight,
Right.
So it's just like, we don't know somebody's situation. I mean, I guess it's situational,
Right.
but still, I mean, I wouldn't do it. But
I just suggest don't be dirty with it. That's it. Do your thing, but be clean. Like just go out presentable. Have on your if you're gonna wear it, make sure it's clean. It ain't dirty. It don't got no grease stains on it.
Right.
Nothing all crazy. Like your outfit clothes is clean, and if you clean, you clean. Like you can see, you could clearly see somebody's clean, and you could clearly see the dirt on them too. Like,
right.
But
that's just
you cannot
regardless
criticize
of who-
somebody for wearing a bonnet in the airport and you got on. You did not shave your legs to the red carpet. You cannot.
right.
I have a problem with it.
She definitely did. Wait, this was Nandi. She says, I don't know, y'all. I think there should be still be blowback. At the end of the day, it's another person trying to tell Black women what they can and can't do with their bodies.
I agree
I
with
understand that.
I
Yeah.
agree with that. Because we are
That's why I
different.
However, no bonnets for me and mine outside. That part, and that's all. That's what we're saying too. Like do what you want, but we don't get down like that. And then the pajamas, like they were really outside with pajamas too. But you
I
know,
hate that.
do what you want, but it just don't look that good.
You know what else I hate? Those big ass.
Somebody said that they can have no bonnets allowed inside. Now, what if they had a sign on it? Oh my goodness!
There we go.
Now that's funny.
Not allowed in a rental office.
Now that's funny.
You know what else I hate? I hate those big ass furry flip-flops. I hate that.
You're not gonna go spend your money in there, your hard-earned dollars, because they said you can't wear a bonnet in their store.
What is the purpose of a bonnet? Just ask. To preserve all this great, luxurious.
Yes, to protect our hair.
Up here,
or to cover up some hair that's not done. If it's
right,
be on your way to get it done, or you just got your cornrows for your wig, like you're not gonna go outside with the cornrows. You gotta cover it up. And if you don't have one of those cute fancy scarves, like you're gonna do what you gotta do. Everybody gotta do what they gotta do. Like
and it's
means they handle your business.
Pop it on and you go to bed. You just like you
said, go real fast, but
we all like we in shower caps right now. They just a little silky.
Yep, little silk bonnet.
Just protect the natural. Gotta keep them curls on point. I don't wear it in the store, but however, but I am a fan of. I have, because I do a lot of natural styles, and I don't wear wigs. I'm not the type of protective person. So what I do is I will definitely, my hair will be in double strand twist. It'll be in a braid out. I will throw on a scarf and then put a wrap and make a turban in the front. I will do a big beehive in the middle, whatever I want to do. But I'm going to get to the store. I'm going to get the shop right. I don't care what y'all think. I'm going to get there, okay? But trust and believe, my hair is done. It's just not out. It's not out. It's not. I don't have the braid out or the twist out yet. I'm still working on getting that curl right, okay? So there are times that I have to do some things, and I can't sit in the house for 2 days waiting for my hair to curl right, okay?
Right.
And you do a great job, but like somebody for me, I still don't know how to do that. And I watch YouTube, and by the time I wrap it and stop, it falls. Like the whole thing just falls apart. I'm like, oh gosh. So it's like, somebody like me, I don't know how to do all that. Wrap. And Chauncey has shown me plenty of times, and I still can't do it. But I can do this.
I have not mastered it either. And this style is new for me too, with the weave. So I'm trying to figure out how to maintain this. So I feel these women want to go outside with their hair protected because there's a lot of maintenance, but just protect it a better way.
What do you say about men that hate their women in bonnets? I mean, do you want us to look good the next day or not?
Right. You better love me in my bonnet, damn it.
I'm telling you,
I'm wearing it today, okay?
And when we done, put that shit back on.
And
we think the same thing about your wave cap. We think the same thing about your wave cap, okay?
Right.
That's how I feel about that stocking cap you wear, whatever you got on your head, your grandmama pantyhose, whatever you use to get that full spin. I feel the same way about it.
Stink. It smells sweaty and stink.
That part.
Dude, we smell like that blue magic grease. What's that grease in the orange can? What's that blue man in the orange can?
Sofa 8, Mia. Sofa 8, that
Sofa
one?
8, whatever it is. They swear to be like, so I'm like, oh, goddamn. You messing up my pillowcases with that shit.
Didn't they talk about us? You got my pillowcase, my silk pillowcase full of grease.
I gotta put some shine on it just to get the stain out.
Oh Lord.
Tina,
they come over there
is not okay. Tina is not okay. Shout out to Tina. We're missing her tonight.
Yeah.
But certain things should be worn to bed, and certain things should just not be worn out in public, and that's just the bottom line, I think.
Period.
Period. I just
period.
With that whole thing. But again, because it's Monique, she get the short end of the stick now. Ever since she messed up with Netflix, whatever deal she had with Netflix, she been blackballed. Was she blackballed by Tyler Perry?
Everybody, a lot of people in
A
blackball.
lot of people.
The list is longer than church.
The list is long.
Okay.
She was once like the funniest like comedian actor. She was like Tiffany Haddish right now at one point in time. And now she's just like she can't say anything. And she cleaned it up. She was like, my sweet baby.
Yeah. Hey, my sweet baby.
And she was an amazing crossover actress. She was an amazing crossover actress. Her role in Precious, even though it was a hard role to watch, she did an amazing job. Okay. Anybody who says she didn't, you change your prescription in your glasses. I'm telling you right now, she held that role down. The sad thing about Monique is sometimes she's like when keeping it real goes too wrong, and you can't be. But they try to deem her hard to work with. I think sometimes she was fighting for her rights as a woman, and in this industry, women get blackballed a lot. But sometimes you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them, and she doesn't, and she pulls the trigger at every little thing. I don't think she said anything wrong to the females about these bonnets. I don't think her delivery was crash or anything. I think people just went at her full throttle because it was her.
Exactly.
And they wanted to. Mm-hmm. I don't think anything she did was wrong. Like, nah.
Yeah,
and
we all agree on that.
It's 9 times out of 10 because you wore your bonnet because your hair wasn't done. Do your hair. My my mother always said, I don't know where you going outside like that, looking like who did it and ran, but take that scarf off your head, go put it in a ponytail, do something with it. Our elders have been telling us this from way back when. So let's not act like we didn't hear this before, okay? If you didn't, then I'm sorry.
Then you outside with your bonnet on.
You outside with your bonnet on, and you really need to go get your hair, okay?
In them pajamas.
And you know what? It's great that you mentioned that because I've never seen my grandmother, my mother, anybody go outside with anything on their head. Like they've never done it. My mother, even when they had the little pin curls, they had it pinned up, but they didn't walk around with bonnets or scarves outside. Like they did not
like Tina said, no outside clothes inside either. I tell the boys that all the time. Do not get on my bed clothes outside clothes.
Yeah, you change
those clothes.
Everybody running around here in these Nike slides, Puma slides, whatever type of slides you got. If in the same slides you go to shop right in and then walk around your house in the kitchen and put the groceries in the way, you wrong. You wrong, okay? Your indoor shoes or your indoor shoes, your outdoor shoes or your outdoor shoes. You better get you some house shoes. Okay?
And take them off as soon as you walk in.
All-purpose slides. They think because they put lashes on that be this big, that is cute.
No. You need outside shoes. Period. Point blank, period, Pooh. Outside shoes. Inside shoes. No.
It's just about taking pride in yourself. You know, like you never know who you're going to run into. Like, you never know. So I don't want to be out someplace and I'm looking like crazy like this and be all embarrassed. Somebody ain't seen me in like 10 years. Like, oh, I seen Mia. She done fell off. You know, like, I don't want that. So you got to take some type of pride in yourself.
Yeah, and that's all. And that's why we were
like,
all.
You ain't got to go put on a whole face of makeup to go outside, but sis, like.
Right, don't go out in your pajamas. In your slippers.
Yeah, we're not required.
Like Chauncey said, don't wear your in-house shoes outside.
Outside.
Walk back, tracking that dirt.
Don't be bringing the outside into my inside.
Coming in smelling like outside.
Coming in smelling like outside. Looking like outside.
Like straight grass. I hate that. That's
what
I'm
nasty.
And I tell my kids, like, you smell like outside. Get in the shower.
Get in the shower.
Oh.
Someone said that. Don't act like people mamas never came to school looking like whatever. That I never experienced that.
My mother never came to school like whatever. She came to school doing whatever. She came to school doing whatever.
My mother got a PhD in the street. She always say that. But one thing about her is that she loved to dress.
Yeah.
So every day is a fashion show for her. So she ain't doing that.
Never. My family.
My mother has like a million hats. She got all different kind of hats. She likes to wear hats. Like, so she wear hats. I don't even think she got a bonnet. I don't gotta worry about my mom going outside with a bonnet on.
Yeah, no. My mother either. She gonna definitely put a hat on, or she gonna slick her hair back, put some earrings on.
My thing is, why is it such a big deal either? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do we care so much about this dumbass shit And we wasn't talking about this a few weeks ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden, bonnets is like a huge topic now with the whole controversy. Like this,
Because the men brought it up, because the men are always in the women business. They brought it up first. Because they don't like the bonnets, they don't like the pajamas outside, they don't like the furry slippers. So they giving their opinions on all the things that they don't like, and
Yeah, they don't like
from there.
but this is what we have to do to preserve ourselves for the next day.
I prefer the hat over the
Hat
bonnet
over
any
bonnet.
day. The hat over the bonnet any day. Yeah, I say rock a hat.
Yeah.
Rock a hat.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Rock a hat.
I agree.
Even though the hat don't hold it down the same way, you know, scarf would. I can't see with my thing all in my face.
Look, it's certain things you don't wear outside. It's just certain
Right.
things.
Period. And that's what we all agree on.
But we are so critical of each other.
Each other.
You know, it's like what can and we can't do. Like we can never just do anything right anyway. We're gonna be criticized
We're
about
gonna get
something.
criticized for it all, no matter what we do.
Right. Another culture does it, it's fine. Just like, let me just say this. You know, back in the day, they used to walk outside, and when it used to rain, they had the little rain slick little thing they tied in the back. That's some type of cap. You
Yeah, the wave cap.
Go down on them. But
Yeah.
that was okay, but it looked crazy too.
And they had it with the tail hanging in the
My
back and the
grandmother had a
strings hanging
full
on
rain
them.
hat. She had the rain hat, the plastic rain hat that tied on her chin. She had a full rain
A
hat.
little bow
She
under the chin.
put that bow on her chin. She was looking like
Then
Mary
they put the
Poppins.
string down, they had that little line right there because it was too tight.
Yo,
Outside looking like Mary Poppins. I'd be cracking up. What are you doing?
That's what I'm saying. But it's like when we do something, we always criticize the worst and the hardest for it. And that's what I don't like. That's what I have a problem with.
I mean, it's the same thing when they came out with them beauty supply slippers and everybody was in the club with them on. And I was like, what is going on?
Those shiny slippers. Oh,
all the colors.
Those are slippers.
I ain't gonna lie, I had some. I was walking around Irvington in my
store though.
Yeah,
I had my little shiny
you
slippers.
can get them at the beauty supply store.
I
wasn't wearing
idea.
the
I don't think we can call it that.
At the back closed thing, like a full shoe. They had like a full shoe one like that.
I
like
remember
that little
they put a
damn
kitten heel on it. A
mini
kitten
material.
one with a kitten heel. I said, stop playing.
Stop
Now,
it.
that's too far. When you get to the kitten heels, that's too far.
That's taking you too far.
Let me tell you, there's just certain things that don't belong outside. I'm a firm believer of it. But that's just my opinion. But what I will not do is, let me tell you something. I am too old. I am not tapping nobody like, honey, you shouldn't have that scarf on your head. Oh, baby, you should, baby, wear whatever you want. You can have your underwear on the top of your head. I don't care what you doing as long as you ain't rubbing it on the bread. What you doing as long as you ain't, you ain't rubbing it on the tomatoes or the apples I need or the green peppers I'm looking for. I don't care what you're doing. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm not fitting to speak up for nobody. I'm not fitting to tell you, oh, you should take that off your head. That's inappropriate. Baby, you're so beautiful. Everybody don't want to speak. Everybody don't want to be uplifted. Some people want to feel like the trash they are. Let them. Okay? Let them. Okay?
The trash they are. That was a nice way of saying that bullshit, Chelsea.
I'm I try to be respectful. I respect everybody, Classy ones, ashy ones, trashy ones. I respect them all. I love people. You know what I mean?
That's right, Chauncey.
Yeah.
That's
But
right.
I just love the people.
What did we say earlier in the week? We was like, do we wear bonnets out? No. Do we care if anyone wears them out? Also no.
I don't. I could care less.
No.
I mind my business.
I care.
Right.
I don't. I'm not gonna sit up here and try to, give advice like, "Oh, sweet babies."
Hey, my sweet babies.
Like,
I honestly don't pay no mind. I mean, have you ever really paid it mind? If you see somebody with on, like, she knows she shouldn't. I walk right by him. It don't make me no never mind. I don't pay no attention to it. Now, if I see it with some stains on it, like grease stains, or it's dirty, then I see it. If you stand in front of me in Family Dollar and your bonnet got stains on it and it's dirty, then I see it.
Oh, then I'm
and I
backing
looked
up.
and I said it's nasty.
I'm backing up. They didn't even have to tell
But
me.
other than that, I don't care.
Before
I don't
COVID.
care what nobody do.
right.
I'm backing all the way up. I was giving people 6 feet before COVID. I am definitely not standing there. Nope. Something come flying out that
Spaghetti
bonnet.
sauce all on that bonnet. Cigarette burns.
I'm afraid that what's going to come flying out.
If it's funny, like you said, if they look crazy or they got holes and stains and missing teeth, they talking to me. Then yeah.
I respect it all. I just, it's just not my preference. It's not something I would do, but I'm not knocking you nor am I trying to preach to you or change your way of life. Go on about your business.
Facts.
Exactly.
So bottom line is that Monique needs to just be quiet for a while.
Stay out of women's business.
Or say what she gotta say, but she gonna catch all the backlash.
Yeah, or you gonna catch the
shave my
backlash.
goddamn legs. Let me tell you something. If I see her on the red carpet like that, I'm still stuck on her because I'm mad. So then I'm definitely not listening to what you have to say.
Remember that shit from years ago? I said, ew.
Oh yeah, there was a time when men only wore suits and dresses and hard bottoms.
But she got that they put on a dress so sexy. She put some Jergens down her leg, Jergens lotions. She had on kitten heels too.
She did.
She needed some jam on her leg.
She
needed some jam, some edge control. She needed some jam, some edge control, and stuff on her leg. I was like, damn,
that's all I'm
mad. Nick J said she hates when the bonnet smells like fried chicken. That's when you cooking it.
That means you like fried chicken if you had it.
But wait, then you go to bed, right? You remember like you go to bed.
I like that. Cooking fried chicken in your bonnet, going to the store in your bonnet, sleeping in your bonnet.
Sleeping in your bonnet after you cook fried chicken.
After you cook fried chicken.
Well, I mean, I think most women.
That's a
you know what? I want to, before I say this, just remember, chill. We just talking, okay? I'm just speaking for the five of us on this pod. Minus Tina, sorry, but I would say most of us own more than one bonnet.
So, yes, of course.
We own more than one bonnet. I mean, you could get them a dime a dozen. I think every woman should. I'm not frying chicken in this and then getting in my bed. I don't want to be rolling over and feeling like I need hot sauce on my pillow all the time.
Hot sauce and a slice of bread.
Yeah. Every time I switch positions, I don't need to be rolling over like, where the hot sauce at? So no, I switch my bonnet. I throw them in the washer. Like that.
Yes, you gotta wash them. You gotta wash these bonnets, ladies.
But a lot of women don't do that. They don't do it. They be wearing the one bonnet for a whole month. Trying to say it got conditioner in it.
There ain't enough conditioner in the world.
You can have bonnets with the conditioner in it too. That's why they don't wash them.
Yes, they have some like lace with conditioner in the front.
Every day.
They like, oh, I'm good. This gonna last forever.
Look, it still be split.
$7.99 on this one.
There's a bonnet for each occasion. There sure is. There's a bonnet for each occasion. You got it right, sis. Yes, sis. Got one for every
multiple bonnets. This the weave. This the weave one. Mia rocking her braids one. You know, we got all types of bonnets out here.
Right.
Bonnets for days.
Bonnets for days. Like, I just don't understand not having multiple bonnets. Like, I feel like we should just
conditioner stay in bonnet. That'd be grease. They sell bonnets.
No, but some of the bonnets can be mistaken for like remember the microwavable heat caps the thermal caps that you use to deep condition in, you know?
Right.
I got one or two of them too. You know?
Yeah, they wearing those out too.
Yeah. So
they plastic.
I know you hot as hell. You about to pass out in the summertime. You put that
on. Right now.
Put that on today.
Off.
You was gonna pass out.
Okay.
But
I don't have a wig on
bonnet.
You definitely fucking about
now. My wash and go now. I'm over this bonnet.
Yeah. Moral of the story:
a wig and a bonnet is a recipe for disaster. All right.
I can't. I'm over this bonnet though.
I'm over it right now. I only had it on like 15 minutes.
All right.
We just had a little line around our head when we take it off. You know that, right?
Let's take these off, ladies.
I guess we all agree it's a no for us.
Yes, a no for us.
I ain't spent all day on these curls for nothing. Y'all gonna get this work today, okay?
I can breathe again.
Okay, my curly girl bro. Y'all gonna get this work today.
All right, let's move on into our main topic. What you got for us, Spee?
Yes, sir.
Spee, bring it on.
And we have a special
guest now. Let's talk about this.
Too.
Yes, let's introduce it. Let's bring her on. We don't even gotta wait more. Polygamy versus polyamory.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
We got Nick J joining us.
Yeah, she should be coming on any sec. It's a whole nother world for me. Polygamy and
So
polyamory.
does everybody know what?
Hey, Nick J.
Hey. I just want to say this is
With
my
the
third
head wrap on.
bonnet.
Oh, yes.
It has a bow. It has
Okay.
Look at
a
that
little
rap.
flower or whatever.
Oh,
You don't fry chicken in that one, huh? No, that's
love
not
the
the
head
chicken
wrap.
fry.
No. I fried chicken in the black one.
Oh, see? Yep. Okay, girl.
It looks good. It
yes.
looks real good.
Love the rap. Love the rap, by the way.
Me too.
Thank you.
That's
You know,
you can wear that in the airport and won't get criticized. That is what I'm talking about.
I'm having a bad hair day. The new growth is just doing its own thing.
Well,
So
see, we can't tell because you came on here looking right and fly, sis.
thank you.
Yes,
Y'all
Yes,
look
thank you so
lovely.
much. Thank you for
Thanks.
joining us.
So about this topic, does everybody know what is what, and can we all pronounce it? Because I struggle. I struggle.
All right. So polygamy is the practice or custom of having more than one wife or husband at the same damn time. Polyamory is the practice of engaging in multiple romantic relationships with the consent of all of the people. So it's real casual versus, the traditional marriage family vibe.
Okay.
So let's just discuss the differences between the two and also the likes about them. Like, what do you think? What's similar with the two, with polygamy and polyamory? Like, why do everybody think that polygamy is polygamy and vice versa?
Well, you can have multiple partners with either
What
or.
do you think?
Right.
Because everybody always gets confused. Yeah, I think it's just the multiple partner part that confuses people.
Yeah.
Yes, because reading up on it, I was definitely confused with the two. And like me, I was pronouncing them wrong.
I was struggling.
Polyamory, I've been pronouncing wrong all week.
Is this big Latin? I can't say this stuff.
But they are definitely different. They definitely differ, for sure.
Now, polygamy, I think that we were familiar with. I think that's the first thing we think about when somebody say multiple partners. The Muslim faith and other people that, things when you're just not educated about it. You just think of somebody that got more than one wife. The polygamy part just pops in your head. And we just know what we know about that. But and then it came out with this spin on it. To me, I think that polyamory is a spinoff, like a spinoff of it.
Well, the comment that was just like, they said, hell, you can't go to jail with polyamory.
That's true.
And there's
You
a
can't go
plus
to
right
jail.
there. You said, yeah, right.
You can't go to jail here with polyamory, so there's the plus.
If you can have more than one wife,
Right.
But let's be really clear.
But,
with, polygamy, they're only legally married to one woman. You can't. It's a commitment ceremony to the other women. They don't legally, by law, have one wife. The United States has a law. You can't go around it. You can't get around it. But back to you, Fee.
Right.
But in polygamy with that one wife, she's like the queen, right? Like she's the head honcho. Like it's not like an equal, like all of the wives are equally yoked with this man. Like I think like the wife is like everything has to go through this wife, right? All of the other ladies that come, do they have to like three? Do the three of them pick the fourth one, or is it just his husband that's finding these women?
It depends. It depends on what type of polygamy you are.
And then bringing them and having them just
like Mormon fundamentalists. That's the religious based polygamists. They in their culture, in their breakdown, from what I've researched, what I've seen. What they choose to do is it's a collective. They decide, they bring they all meet her while he's courting, and then they choose to bring in another. And from what they do is they're not sleeping with the wives. So he's just rotating himself amongst his multiple wives. They're not sleeping with each other, but then let me tell you something. Them heifers, they be helping out, okay? They got like collectively 19 kids. They be babysitting. I seen a girl make sandwiches. I swear she had 61 sandwiches on that plate. I ain't never seen so many sandwiches in my life. Yo, but if he can afford to buy all that bread, let me tell you something. I was like, damn, he bought all that lunch meat and that bread and that mayonnaise. His pocket's right. Okay, let me tell you something. Everybody get a big piece of chicken for dinner? Oh shit.
But you know what? But in a lot of situations too, it's not just him being a breadwinner. The wives also work and contribute.
I was about to say, these wives, they better be good for something other than just laying down. I'm sure they come with something like, what if your wife work? She is not eligible for food stamps and stuff, but this other one is. Like, so she gonna come over with her food stamps, and they're eating. Like, it's always. This one got this and this one got this. It's, one big old happy family. I wonder how happy it really is, though. And do men get tired? What if the man stopped liking one of the wives?
What if one of the wives, you just mentioned like the number one, right? The number one wife, and if she is, feel like she, is like the head or whatever. But if that husband has a greater love for another wife than he did the original one, that whole role can shift, whether she like it or not. I mean, there's rules that apply to it, but when emotions come into play, it gets different.
What's your take on it, Nick?
What you think?
The Mormon thing, I've only watched what is it? Seeking Sister Wife, and then the Sister Wives, and Big Love. So I don't know, I don't know Mormons. But like you said, it'll be just from what I've seen from TV, it'll be like 2 or 3 of them that work, like the wives, and then the one wife will stay home with the kids during the day. But I practiced Islam for about 12, 13 years. There's a masjid here in Philly that is known, like the wife, like a wife will, pull up on a sister. Hey, you wanna marry my husband? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I wasn't that type of wife. If you wanna marry another wife, fine. But I'm not going to go out and look for her.
Right? I think
that's interesting. My father's a Muslim, and a lot of his friends, I just have a lot of different opinions on it, just for my own personal reasons. But a lot of his friends were taking on multiple wives, but they were just doing it. To me, I feel, and sorry, Daddy, for listening, but it was for the sex, because they were not able to take care of all the women.
You just put up the whole Quran. What is this?
So-called marrying.
Okay.
I can't
so,
see.
Okay, so
glasses.
I think how it got started Islamically was after a big war. There weren't enough men to, this is during the time of the Prophet, where there weren't enough men, to take care of each woman individually. So that's how polygamy had gotten started in that particular religion.
Yeah. And I know also in Islam, they have to be able to provide for their wives. They can't take on more than they can provide for. That's a big key. Right. Providing. You can't, they won't even allow you to take on another wife if you can't provide for her.
And it's still they
won't allow you. The other wives?
In Islam, population, it's more women than there is to men. So we just kind of still kind of like that.
No more than you're not allowed to have more than 4 wives.
I want to kind of talk on what Nick just said when she was saying that she didn't go out looking for the other person, because I had a little situation I was in where the person kind of expected me to kind of bring females to him or to meet them, because I guess he had a complex or something, or he was having a hard time meeting them. So he just thought that I was going, go find these girls and just bring them back, and we just gonna be having all kind of wild nights all the time, and niggas are going, So a lot of men are into this polyamory and polygamy thing for the wrong reasons. I don't think that they all can take care of all of these women and all of that other stuff. They just really just want more than one without having to deal with the drama of cheating and girls acting crazy. Because if you okay with it, then then shit, that's less than one last thing he got to worry about. He don't got to lie, a lot of times people that are polyamorous, they big on saying that they can have their phones ringing all hours of the night. It doesn't matter who calls them, what they do, where they go, all kind of stuff. Like they just free and honest with everybody and could just do whatever they want, you know. And I honestly know that it just does not work like that. Jealousy is just too real, and you know, even if you taking care of me, if I could take care of myself, you know, and I've been taking care of myself, like this, that's just not enough for me for you to say I could take care of you. So you about to be over here doing all of this, and you know, like I don't know. I think that polyamory is really men take that shit to be, they look at it differently. Like, and only thing I don't like about it, because honestly, I don't have an issue with any of it. Only issue I have with polyamory is when the man said you can't date any other men. You can, we gonna get women and that's it. Like, how you just restrict me if I'm bisexual and I like both? Why does it just have to be you? And I could just watch you be with women all the time. Like, I think that's just crazy.
So that's like
I think people do it for the wrong reasons. I agree with that. I think people do it for the wrong reasons. That comment was really good.
That's like polygamy and stuff, but you're not married to anybody. You just want, you know, the girl you're with just to deal with you, but you can have multiple women. That's not polyamory to me.
Right, that's not polyamory, because there are women who have other relationships with other men, and they have relationships with their main spouse too. So if a man is telling you that you can't do that, then they just want to do them, and they are in it for the wrong reasons, and they clearly aren't following the definition of polyamory.
It's not one-sided. It got to be two-sided.
Right.
So,
right.
Go ahead, AJ.
So, like, for me, like polyamory, like poly, many, you know, amor, love, you know,
Right.
so like maybe like you're not in love with everybody, but you know, from what I know, like you have your main, but then you know you might go out on dates. It doesn't mean that you're sleeping, but you have like bonds. You have other people that you have a romantic bond with. Is that correct? Like
Correct.
It's not just like a smash and dash thing. You actually have
That's
like
what they say. They say that you can find what you like. Right. You can find what you like in different people. So if you find the love of your life, but he don't like soca music like you like soca music, then they go out and find somebody that likes soca music, and they just soca music with them. You know what I'm saying? But they being honest with you that I'm going to stay with you, but you don't fulfill my whole everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think like everybody doesn't do everything that you like. You always gonna not like something in somebody. Like, it's not like they're gonna be a perfect person and be just like you, you know. And then they feel like they can find other things to love in other people and still love you the same.
So I have a question.
Right.
So with polyamory, everybody has to be consenting, right? They all have to be consenting. Like, they all have to know each other and things like that. So I mean, I'm asking, you know, you guys, because I don't know much about it. As far as experience. So,
well, you know, they got different kinds of polyamory. It's different kinds. They got the kind where it's like a V, where the man is at the center, and then he got a girlfriend over here and a girl over here. They're not together, but they know about each other.
Do you guys like,
or
join
vice versa? Same with the females.
Do you do like threesomes and foursomes and things like that, or it's all just separate relationships, but everybody knows about? It
depends on the relationship. It depends on the relationship. Some people are fine with having multiple relationships with different people, but not all together like that. I think a lot of women do that because the men are straight and they're not trying to be in the bed with another man. So they but they're in an equal relationship with you too, and you love them and whatever else, and doing all of the same things with them. And this one too. Then they got the triad where it's just all three of y'all together and everybody getting it popping. And then, you know, sometimes it might just be two of y'all, or then it might be three, and, you know, and y'all all live together in one big happy family in the house. Or it can be up to 4 or 5, however many y'all want to add on. It could be separated or it could be all together. But yes, everybody has to consent. You can't have an outside relationship. It's no sneaky links, none of that involved. It's just be everybody transfer. I'm with Keisha tonight. You know, Thursdays I'm over here, so you already know. You can call me, FaceTime me, say hi to Keisha, because that's where I'm at. So
we know that having multiple partners can be risky, right? When it comes to health. So is everybody like showing their blood work and shit? Like, oh, I just got tested or whatever, or y'all just agree to have like
that was my question.
Check out
like, where's the protection coming into play? Because you're saying that you are committed to these amount of people, but are they really doing that? And I saw in the Red Table Talk where they did agree to have unprotected sex with some of their partners. So where is this STD testing?
Yeah, they do a lot of unprotected sex.
The one girl
I don't think
on the Red Table Talk, she agreed. One of her rules was non-fluid bonding. So there's no fluid bonding. They use condoms with all partners. And that was the one her partner was married. And
yes, her partner was married.
Yeah, and she and the wife also has someone else on the side.
A boyfriend too.
But Sean asked, is it based on a sexual nature, and is it only got to be like one man and two women?
It could be as many, right?
It's supposed to be whatever dynamic you want. You're supposed to be looking for like-minded people that like to do what you do. You look for somebody that's like-minded. Things y'all have the same interests. Y'all like to do the same things.
Well, her cleavage
may
is
be
popping,
into this.
Sure was.
But that sounds interesting too. Like on Red Table Talk, like the guy was saying, like he was married and with his wife, they allowed each other to have their partners in their home. So when the wife had a partner, he would leave and go do whatever he's doing while she's there, with her partner. He was okay with that. But like, what if you're not in the mood to leave when your partner, wants to have their little rendezvous?
I know that all comes down
you're not kicking me out to be with Jody.
Yeah, and that all comes down to agreeing to be in this lifestyle. All right, I got my boo coming over tonight at 8. See you tomorrow. You got to leave.
And does jealousy come in? What if you want to be with your partner that night? See, this is what I'm talking about. So what if you want to be with your stuff that night and they already made arrangements and plans to be with Nicolay? You're going to be in your feelings. There's going to be some type of reservation about that. So are you going to just hold it, speak on it? Or what if you want them to make a decision that night, like, I want to be with you tonight, so you're going to have to cancel this? It gets complicated, I think. Times 3 or 4.
That's the jealous emotion. It's a natural emotion to get jealous of your partner. Like, this ain't a friendship.
Yes, I'm
this
saying,
is my partner.
how can they be committed to this and not have an ounce of jealousy? Like,
in polygamy, they have a set schedule. They do a rotation.
Right.
That's boring. That's boring as hell.
Amongst the wives. So they know their alone time. They know their time with their husband. They have date night like once a month in this documentary I was watching on Netflix, which is 3 wives, one husband, or 2 wives, 1 husband, whatever. But it was actually pretty good. And they do a rotating schedule. So you kind of know when your night pops up. It's every other night if he has 2 wives. If he has 3, you own it every 3 days. You know what I mean? Like, there you go. So in between time, do the windows, mop the floor, find something to do with yourself. Read a book.
That's boring. We need spontaneousness. Like, who wants to? That's so.
You know what?
Wow.
That's what I was going to ask.
You can still be spontaneous, though.
A lot of times, the man at times try to find himself trying to keep these girls calm, because I'm sure it's hard for a man to deal with just one woman and their emotions and feelings and whatever. So imagine 3 of them being mad at you. 2 of them on their period. The other one just got an attitude and all of them mad. Like, so then what do you do with that? Like, I don't think they think about
all of them mad. All of them on their periods in one house.
You can't please everybody. Like, this is a lot.
That night he's sleeping in his truck.
What did you say about being spontaneous? You said there are ways to be spontaneous in a polygamy relationship. Is that what you were saying, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a marriage. You know what I mean? Like, unless y'all just got married, it ain't like y'all gonna be fucking every night. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, there's still ways that you can like jazz it up, and
And you know what? Some people are okay with, they're not as sexually active as others, so it may work for them because they might not want to have sex that often. We have those that maybe want to have sex once a week, once every 2 weeks. So, it could work in their favor.
Right. That's how it was for me, because during part of the time I was really sick, and so I wasn't feeling that sexual. But like we still, when I was, we would. But then his other wife, she would also do things that I didn't want to do, that I don't do. I should say like that, like backdoor.
Oh, okay.
So how many partners did you have? You were you were polygamy or polyamory?
No. Polygamy.
Okay.
Polygamy.
So how many wives did
Just
the person
two.
who had? Okay. So it
And his
sounds like a
business
business proposition
proposition?
more than true love. That's what Sean just said. So do y'all agree? Is it
It
like
can
a
be.
business
I think a lot of
proposition?
people look at it like that.
The polygamy.
It's when you trying to when you talk about having a full family and you know more income streams and you
Right.
know creating a dynasty and stuff. Like if you look on Instagram on some of these poly groups and these people that post they relationships, they got several cars and they living in big areas. And you got I want to say that we got white poly and you got black poly. With the white poly they got farms and they building houses and they got all of these resources and stuff to be able to have all these people. You got another wife, I'm gonna build her a house and property.
Right here. Look at that picture.
That's a lot.
This is
Wow.
This is mad.
That is a lot.
Like
That
look
is
at all
a
who
lot.
watched those clothes.
1, 2, 3,
Who just
4,
watched
5
those
wives.
taking
Looks
turns.
like, it looks like 5 wives. Ooh, that's a lot of kids, though.
And you know what? That's why these kids be jacked up. How can that one father really give all those kids the attention that they need?
Right.
How can he? It's impossible. Not to say he don't love them, but come on now. Like, to me, I just see that as being like a little bit selfish in a way.
Right. So like if you with the one wife for a week, are you only seeing those kids?
Yeah.
And then you got the next wife. Like how does that was my question. Like where do kids come into play with this polyamory and polygamy? I understand they all work together, but in a polyamory
They're gonna go up and be the same way like other wives.
How would
So let
how
me-
do kids come into play with
So
this?
can I chastise somebody else's kid? Like if I see them doing something like, hey, don't you do that? Without the mother taking it real personal because that's not exactly my child.
Right.
Like, does that happen?
Yeah.
Or they're
Because
all on the same
you're all
page?
family.
Okay.
Right. So you're gonna have some bumps in the road. Like I didn't like how you yelled at him today. I don't appreciate that. So I'm sure there's
Well, what if the kids don't like each other and they don't get along? Like I don't like. What if they don't like the new kids that come over?
Well, in
They don't
polygamy, they
want them to
brothers
be
and
their
sisters.
sisters and brothers.
right. Polygamy, they're all
In
siblings.
polygamy, in that picture, they all
No, I'm
related.
talking about like in polyamory when you mix the kids. I'm talking about polyamory when people come.
That was my question. Do kids get involved in polyamory relationships? Like the couple on the red table talk, he leaving the house because the wife coming over with a dude. Like, do they have children? Like, what do the kids say about this? Or are kids involved in polyamory at all? Like, do they just
No,
are they
kids
just
are
singles and
involved.
they out here
I know
just
somebody.
being free and being free? Because swinging comes into play with this.
I know somebody with kids, and I know somebody who made kids while they were in that type of dynamic. They had two people for them pregnant at the time, and now it's like kids are involved. So now you got to get along, and if you don't get along, then it splits up.
But what about that
And
show?
now the father
17
is
and
trying to maintain the household.
So that show 17 and counting, right? It's not polyamory or polygamy. It's just one couple that had 17 kids, and because they had that many kids, one of the brothers ended up molesting the other younger siblings. So when you have a
Jesus
dynamic like that, things like that can happen. They're siblings, but some of them might come out twisted. Genetics and bipolar and all type of mental issues. You cannot just ignore that. So it's just like that I feel like that leaves room for that to take place in those type of environments with a huge family like that.
Right.
That happened with
So if y'all had to
some
pick
of those.
which one would you pick?
What would you say, Nick?
Well, I was just saying that happened. Like if y'all remember Warren Jeffs,
Yes,
he was
Mormon polygamist.
He was. What did he have? Like how many? He had like 20
Mormon
wives or something crazy.
He was a Mormon fundamentalist, and he made it really bad for them. He had about I think there was they live in camps out in Utah. They live in big groups. There was a total of like 60 something children. He had I think 20 wives, but he was taking on other people's wives in the community.
And they were 12 years old. And
yes. And
so
he
we have
was
a question.
marrying girls when they came of age, and that's when it got really iffy. That's when it was whoa. And me coming of age meaning
So he says, so do y'all believe swingers are using polygamy or polyamory as a cop out? I think polyamory.
No.
No,
Everybody got their own
Listen.
thing.
swingers, hold on, swingers. They use, swingers is like a community of people, right? So you can go look for your unicorns or whatever at a swingers party. Like, I mean, it kind of ties into each other, so to speak, because that's a whole lifestyle for them. They make parties. They Monday through Saturday. They make money off of that. It's a business too. So they use that to find their unicorns and people that's with the same shit, because you're looking for like-minded people. You're not going to find them at ShopRite and Family Dollar. So you'll go to a swingers party, people was with the shit, and then try to work your way in there and see if you can meet somebody that kind of click with you,
Like the
at a
episode
swingers
of
party or
Martin.
whatever. So it kind of works together. They use that to
And
meet
there are-
people, because
and there
remember,
are
you got to
some
find a way to meet these people. How else would you? You could do like dating sites and stuff. Like, I know people who go on dating sites or whatever and try to find people, that knows that this is a couple, and it ain't no breaking them up. They ain't looking for that. They looking for somebody to join their relationship. So they go on, they make Facebook groups. They on Instagram groups. They got all kind of stuff. Like, it's all kind of ways. They just trying to figure out how to meet people. So yeah, them swingers, that swinger party thing is a big way for you to find additions to your relationship. So people that you just want to fuck with.
Like
why
that
not
But I don't think
just
it's a
be
cop out.
single?
I think it's
Why not just be single and just do whatever you want instead of being polyamory?
Because
You wanna
have
take
to
that
be with
that
experience.
whole connection relationship.
right?
They want the love part. They want to love more than you, but they want to love you too. They want the relationship and the family thing, like, the love. It ain't just sex to them. It's more so of a connection of how many people I can get. If I have a perfect person, we can't build that person. So they find multiple people to come into that one thing that they really like. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. That's how they think.
There's something wrong with me because I ain't got that much love. I don't
I was
know.
just gonna
There's
say,
something
I don't
definitely
have-
wrong with
that's
me.
a
I don't
lot
have
of-
that much. That's a lot of love. I can't find it. I check my pocketbook, my back pocket. I ain't got it. Help me out. Like, I can't. Like, I don't got it.
That's a lot of
It's
emotions.
the jealousy
to
for
give
me.
So many
I'm
different
too
people.
jealous.
Yes, I'm too jealous because I will cut you. Okay, don't you touch my
I
man.
think
This is my
I'm too
man.
mean.
that-
I'm too mean. Like, I'm just too mean.
But I
And I'm
think
not
that,
that
like,
social. I'm
even
too
though
jealous.
I think that,
So
like,
Nick J, I have a question for
everybody,
you.
huh?
I have a question for you. So like with the whole 80-20 rule, right? So do you think like with polygamy or polyamory that it just kind of fulfills that 80-20 rule where that's why you have multiple partners to get that 100%, but just in a lot of different people, or no?
So I believe that a person can be in love with more than one person at a time. So, so a man might, be in love with this particular person, and then meet he might not be looking, you know what I mean? Meet another woman, and then, fall in love with her too, and then, marry her. But with polyamory, I think it's, some people, everybody got their own kind of kink. You know what I'm saying? I like to be choked. Some people like, story. They woman come home and they like listening to stories about their woman getting fucked and vice versa. So like,
Yeah,
I don't
Tony.
think it's
Yeah,
necessary.
80-20.
So that can be how they get their part of how they get their fulfillment. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
Right.
think that it's not that they're not being fulfilled at home. It's just something that they share. You know what I mean? Like an experience that they can share and, and a bond, to make their relationship stronger.
And they
go
said
back
that on the
here.
red table.
Yes, I was just gonna say that. Back to Willow, she just said she doesn't want to follow the tradition of, being here, marrying one person, having kids. She wants to be free to date whom and whoever and whenever and with no judgment.
And they said some of the relationships aren't always sexual.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay. I
Yes.
just want to make sure. Okay. All right. Look, this is not for me.
I just don't have that much.
It ain't for me
Yeah.
either, but
It's
I
for
can
me
respect it, and I
to
don't
not
judge
judge. Yeah, I don't
Exactly.
it.
Yep. This may not be for me
And
to
a
understand.
lot of things
I ain't
too,
judging
like, everybody has a different style sexually. So, you know, when you have an emotional connection with somebody, you may not mind the lack of what you would like if you were just doing like a one night stand and you just wanted to get it popping. So
Right.
I can understand like that part of it.
Right. Yeah.
But
Rock
I
out.
still
No judgment. No judgment here.
I'm a wholesome girl.
Can I turn my camera off now or later? Wait, you know, I guess I would say the glorification in me seeing polygamy on television was watching Big Love. I just knew my life was going to be different.
That was a good show.
Yo, that was a very good show, but it wasn't even that. It was the houses he bought these chicks. Yo, them houses was that.
You know what? I changed my mind.
Yo, the houses.
That's
this man.
I don't believe that shit.
Look, there's some people doing it. I just watched the documentary on Netflix. They live in they blasting out mountains in Utah. They live in the rock community. It's called the Rockland.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, girl, when I tell you this man, yo, he got one wife. She on the main wife, the legal wife is on the top. She got the whole top part of the mountain. Two other wives got apartments in the bottom. Girl, your own living space. What? You know how many books I can read?
In peace.
Everybody quiet. In peace.
Everybody quiet.
I just feel like to me sometimes polyamory teeters the line of broke dudes want more. Like, I'm just confused. Like, we all supposed to split this happy meal? Like, we don't get our own individual dinner? Like, I'm confused. Like,
right.
You have to be able to offer something. You have to offer something. I feel like it's like he's getting a lot, but what are they really getting? And, you know, and to me,
dick.
I don't see that's not enough dick. I'm gonna need your dick and someone else's dick. That's not gonna work for me, okay? Because some of the polyamory, some of the rules are like backwards. Like the men say you can't mess with other men. Like housewife? What you mean?
Right. Like that's
about?
what I don't get about that polyamory.
You mean to tell me I'm paying my own rent? I'm providing for my own lifestyle, and I gotta mess with you and these other girls, and you messing with other girls. But I can't do nothing.
And I can't mess with no.
What if you don't even like girls?
That's not a standard rule. It's what you agree to.
Right.
So it's not like you're just polyamory and you're being forced to just do that. You agree to that. So I don't know if has anybody watched the couples retreat? Anybody watch Couples Retreat? So you have Michael Blackson is on Couples Retreat, and his girlfriend has an issue with him because initially they started out polyamory. You know, like she was agreeing for him to have multiple women. He would bring them home. They would do what they want to. But now she wants him to be more serious and not bring women home as often or running by her. And he's like, listen, I told you about this from the beginning. You rather me lie to you and cheat or just keep it up a buck with you? Because I already told you this is what I do. I'm not going to stop. You need to be with it or not. Right. And now she's pregnant because this can happen. So this can change like the whole dynamic of their relationship. But he's not lying. I respect that.
Wait,
yeah, it's all about honesty, and that's what they say.
The girl
is honest with each other.
His woman on Couples Retreat.
On Couples Retreat, yeah, he has his girlfriend, and you know, in the beginning, you know, she was okay with him bringing women home, not even running to buy her, just bringing them home, and they would do the threesomes or whatever. Or she was okay with him having women, you know, on the side. But now she wants him to kind of focus on her more. She's developing that jealousy that we spoke about earlier. She's starting to have that now. So she want to kind of lay down some law. And he's like, no. In the beginning.
And that's what they say. They always say, you know, I was like this when you met me, so I'm not changing. You're either going to get with it or whatever.
Or
she's pregnant, y'all said, right? She pregnant now, right, that girl?
Money is like a real motherfucker because Michael Blackson is not a good-looking man.
Ooh, right?
And he out here getting threesomes and, you know, just bringing chicks home and woo.
First of all, why? Because it ain't like he's sexy. I mean, he's not.
Yeah, money. That's what Nick J said.
It's money.
His paper long.
You can't even laugh my drawers off. You're not funny enough to make me want to put my drawers off, but you make me laugh.
And look at you.
So it's gotta be about the money.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be. Especially when now I did with other women and I'm not looking at you like that.
Yeah, no.
Like you,
She on TV. She reaping all the benefits. She just in her feelings. That's it.
she in her feelings because she want to be that number one.
The only person
So
that
it's
really
like,
that's winning and don't ever get in their feelings is the man. The man has no reason to get in his feelings. He like if one drops off, he got other ones. He's you know what I mean? Like the men benefits a lot in this situation. So I can understand why they would want it. But the women, they get their feelings hurt, they get dropped off, they get replaced, they get, you know, you gotta to think about all of that before you decide to do this. But once you decide, though, it's not fair to be like, you know what I mean, to get your feelings later, because you knew what time it was when we started.
Right.
And now we doing it, and now you saying you don't like it or whatever. Like me, I always would say, if I'm not going to be 100% down with nothing, I'll try it. You know, and I'll fuck it for a minute. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I'm gonna just exit stage left.
I tried that with Oprah. It didn't work for me.
That's not for me.
I don't like Oprah.
but no, it was a good comment that just came up. They say he's African, so it's a part of his culture, which I get that because it is. Because even like
polygamy is not
so
polygamy, but he not married. He's just out here.
And, yeah.
He's
not trying to. He don't want the multiple women because he's looking for, you know, the income thing, and he could take care of them, and he want to be married. He fucking.
Yeah,
and he having a good time, and he with it. Like I'm doing
it
what
for
I want.
the wrong reasons.
Y'all bitches
That's
is
what I
not
think
about to
about
tell
that
me
polyamory. They just want to be out here fucking. Y'all ain't trying to commit.
I get
Y'all can't afford these women.
I think sex is a big part of polyamory.
Yes.
Maybe sex and comfortability, or maybe your mind state. If you've been dogged out in the past and cheated on a million times, now you're at a point where you just want to accept the fact that your partner is going to have multiple people, so it makes you feel a little bit more in control than you would not knowing.
You know what, Mia? I think that polyamorous people don't even think that you could love. They don't believe in monogamy, so they don't even feel like like you're being honest when you say you only want to be with one person. They feel like you're lying. Like that's not true. You're not being honest with yourself to say that you could just completely be with somebody. You ain't gonna look at a bitch. You're not going to like her pictures. You're not going to do any of the bullshit because you're just with me. Like, you know, and if you do anything like that, then it's just, oh my goodness, oh you cheating and whatever. Like that's just they just really clearly just
like they need a therapist, not multiple partners.
Yeah,
you need a therapist, not multiple partners. You need to work out your own issues.
I don't care if my man look at, you know, women. You can look, but your motherfucker better not fucking touch. I'll tell you that. Like it's a difference. We all have eyes. We're not blind. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody that's blind.
But monogamous people, honestly, I think that monogamous people in relationships, they lie to each other. Sometimes your man, your friends know you more than your man do. Like you be in a relationship with somebody, but you might clearly like somebody else or whatever. You'll never tell them that because you know y'all monogamous. And if I like somebody else, you're gonna get all mad and you might want to break up with me and never really understand that I do like you. And I do love you for who you is, but I like else. Like they feel like monogamous people don't keep it real. You know what I'm saying? They just settle for one person when they know for a fact they can like somebody else, or they want to like somebody else, or whatever else the case may be. Like it's all about. That's just they feel like people don't keep it real, and y'all not living your full life because you know damn well you might like somebody else or whatever, but you'll never tell your husband that. You're never gonna say I seen somebody that at work that he's so cool, his conversation is everything. Like I like to chill with him or whatever. He relates to me, he understands what I be going through. You know what I mean? But I just want to talk to him, like, you know, I'm gonna go out with him for a little bit and so we could talk so I can get that off my chest. And I'll be right back, daddy, whatever. But men ain't trying to hear that shit. They go like, girl, you got me fucked up. You better talk to me.
You know what?
And
I
he ain't gonna understand.
That.
Like,
I understand that part. I can get what you're saying with that part. That part, like somebody who can mentally stimulate your mind. Like sometimes you meet a person, it's like, damn, he's mentally stimulating. Like I really like him. How far you take it is up to you and you know your partner. But
yeah, so but a monogamous wife would never tell her husband that she had that type of conversation with another man because he would never understand that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're
they don't process it the way we do. Yeah. They don't process it like we do.
But I would respect a man coming to me, being honest, like, listen, I dig you, what I'm saying, but this is my lifestyle. So this is what I can do for you. I can promise you this, but I am into dealing with multiple women. I'm not gonna hide it. Like I can respect that more than you just lying about your whole life, and then I found out like you got 3 kids and 5 different baby mothers later on. Like I would prefer to know things up front. Give me the choice to make my own decision on what I want to do.
I know someone who did that. He married the one wife, you know, like on Friday, and then he married the next wife like on Monday. And he told him straight up, listen, you know, I want more than one wife. And they were so happy. They will go on vacations together. They wouldn't be all in one room together, but you know, they were going. Then when the one wife had a baby, you know, he upgraded the other wife's ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they were both happy for each other. It was so nice to see.
See, I don't want a Frankie Lyman. I don't want somebody lying and got women in different states and wives and stuff like that. Like, just let me know what I'm doing with a friend. I want to move away, but I would like
just be honest up front from the beginning, and I think that plays a big role in that polyamory, especially because I'm going to tell you what I'm doing from the beginning. I'm gonna date this person. I'm gonna date this person. You date whoever you want, and we just gonna be honest and upfront from the beginning. And I think that's what it really makes it work for them. Because I'm telling you, we honest.
You know what? I watch Insecure, right? And did y'all? I don't know if y'all watch Insecure, but they got like a poly thing going on in that show too. So it's more like an open marriage. So the guy is married, and he had an open marriage, and his wife was okay with him messing with Molly, but Molly was the one that got in her bag.
She couldn't take it.
Molly was able to get with him or whatever. But when his wife called him to handle his business, he didn't respect the wife.
Well, did you see what Joe did to her
when he had
the
to
night
handle
of the
his
barbecue?
Exactly what Joe did. That part, Nick.
Baby.
That man, you know how many people I be around that be doing stuff like that, and then you be hoping this girl gonna keep her composure. You just never know. Like men, I don't know, man. Listen, people gonna do what the hell they want to do. You get you somebody that's gonna be honest with you, then good luck, and you happy, and good for you. Because if not, they gonna do what they want and lie to your ass about it.
Exactly. Well, we have this new segment that we want to introduce. And it's called Asking for a Friend. And we did receive a letter from someone who wanted some of our advice about a poly relationship. So I was going to read that out and we could give a quick little input about that. So the email says, hello, I'm reaching out for some advice. I've been with my partner for almost a year and things have been pretty solid. However, he recently suggested us trying a polyamory relationship. It is not something that I would ever be interested in, and I feel offended that he even brought this up to me. It makes me feel like I don't fulfill him sexually. He's telling me that it's more than just sex, but I don't see it that way at all. And then he starts to tell me that he wants to have full control of who I can and cannot date. I'm not allowed to date any men. I don't know what I should do. What advice would we offer this confused in love person?
Ooh, let's go around the room.
Walking papers.
Why is he trying to introduce that into a relationship? Like, what the hell? You I don't think it's good to try to bring it while you already been in a monogamous relationship with somebody, and now you're gonna try to introduce poly into what we already had going on.
Right.
Like,
already
it's not gonna work.
He's trying to control it too. That's not fair. Like,
right, and that's back what we were saying before. They're using it for a selfish reason.
Yes, I agree with that.
He want to cheat. He want to publicly cheat on you, sis.
We gotta act like Steve Harvey right now. All right, sis. Leave that joker.
Nick J, what are your thoughts on it? Nick J, what you got to say on that?
How long have they been together?
Almost a year.
Yeah, I agree with Fee. That's kind of too. I mean, you know, by then he knows. Like, I mean, in the letter, she didn't even say if she into girls. You know what I'm saying? So she might not even be into girls.
And he's saying that she can't date any men. So
he want
behavior.
And then he want to hear about her fucking some girls so he can beat off to it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Sound like it's all about him.
Yeah.
Yep, all about him. She needs to be out. Confused in love, leave him, girl. Run and don't look back.
Tomorrow, leave him right now.
Yeah. And ask him why he wait till now to ask you about that. Like, did he see what see? Did he watch a show or shit? Like, why all of a sudden you just going bust out nowhere? Like, we need to get somebody else. I probably feel like I must not be doing it for you either, or whatever. But you definitely don't want to make your partner feel like that. That's the last thing that's going to have them want you to add somebody to the.
Yes, Shonda, selfish.
But also, I would tell her, you know, don't get that in your system that something's wrong with you. Don't even go down that road of telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not fulfilling him, something's wrong with me. I wouldn't even go down that road because it probably has nothing to do with you. He probably done seen something that he want to hit. He probably been hitting it. He probably just want to go public with it. You know what I mean? That's all. That's him. That's not you.
And you know what? We do that to ourselves a lot.
And you gotta be
I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of times we blame ourselves. Like, we're not good enough, or what are we doing wrong? I'm not sexy enough. We're not considered exotic, like 50 Cent said. So it's like, that's right, I said it. So it's like,
and you can't let your man bring into the relationship. He already has somebody like
that. Is not as interested.
If he already has somebody. If he already has somebody, like she said, or whatever, then they might have a connection that she don't know about, and I think that that's going to end up being an issue for her too. Because when y'all bring somebody in, it should be both of y'all getting to know this person at the same time, versus just this man bringing some girl that he knew from before. Because now I don't know what y'all talk about on the side. I'm already looking at a suspect. Now, if we both met her and getting to know her together, and you know what I'm saying, and we both let her know that it's me and you dating her, versus you talking to her and then, you know what I mean, bringing her and she not knowing the boundaries or whatever, because you never know what he's telling her. Like, so I wouldn't do it. I would
say this. My opinion on this is, her letter doesn't say whether or not, we're assuming that he may have already hit off old girl on the side. Mm-hmm. He may already have something he's looking at, interested in, talking to, or already been with. That's an assumption on our end. Her letter didn't say that. Based off her letter, I would say, sweetheart, do this, right? You love who you love. I'm not a hater on love. I would say, if this is the guy you love, you want to be with him, and if you are into this lifestyle, you're open to it, you are bisexual, you want to try it, I would say make him legally marry you first. Okay, so if all else fails, you ain't gonna get mad, you're gonna get everything. Okay, you do that. Treat this like polygamy, okay, baby. All right. And if you're not into women, if you make sure you lock it down with that paperwork, okay, you make sure you're the beneficiary of his life insurance policy, because if old girl kill him, then you get the money. I'm just trying to help you get the bag.
Don't get pregnant. Don't get pregnant. Just make sure whatever you do, don't get trapped.
I'm going to say this is all on you, honey. How far you want to take it is whatever you want to do, but always be smart about it and put yourself first. That's it.
Yes.
That was great, Chauncey.
Great. And that was great advice. Check out our Facebook page or send emails for any advice you may want. We are here for you at cwjt.lullas.5@gmail.com. You can also find that on our Facebook page as well. We here for you.
Yes. So we had a great show. Covered a lot of sexual talk. My little shoulder thing.
I think you had too much wine here.
I didn't have wine, I had Crown, but yeah, I had Crown.
Thanks for joining us, Nick.
Yes,
come back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go around the room. Real quick. What do y'all thought? Closing. What did we closing with, ladies? Leave them with some inspiration. So just drop some gems. Let's start with our guest, Nick J.
I think that, like most things in life, you have to be honest, with your partner. But you really, for real, you have to be honest with yourself. Like, you can't, sometimes, I forget who it was. One of y'all has said, sometimes like you just really want to be with a person. So you just, you put on this front like you down for whatever, but really deep inside you're not. And then they fast forward a year, you find out that person is really about that life, and you in the corner somewhere miserable because, wow, he really out here fucking these chicks. You know what I'm saying? So like, you really have to be for real with yourself. It might hurt to walk away, but it's going to hurt even more once, you find out that homie is really about that life and you was hoping that he wasn't, but he is. So that's my thought.
Absolutely.
And be safe.
Most importantly, be safe, please. I learned a lot tonight because I'm not into it, but I don't like it. I do respect it. To each his own. But, I definitely learned a lot about the whole polygamy, polyamory lifestyles tonight. So I think it was great. Great show, ladies. Nick?
Yes, I agree with you, ladies. It's all about being honest. And if this is a lifestyle that you want to maybe look into, you need to research it and be fully committed to being this type of person, because it's not for the weak. you have to have, you can't be jealous. You got to just be open and ready to explore it all. So I agree, piggybacking off what Nick said, be honest with yourself, be honest with your partner, protect yourself, and stay safe out in these streets. Love is love. Do what you do. No judgment here. But it's been fun. It's been a fun chat.
B, you going up? Oh, I'm up next. Okay. Yeah, I say Costco sells condoms in bulk. Invest in a Costco card. All y'all gonna need them if you live in this lifestyle. Other than that, I think love is love. Love who you love. I don't judge anybody's lifestyle. Whatever you do, it's up to you. I'm secretly looking for a third person that does windows, baseboards, and ceiling fans. I'm gonna call you and I'll pay you right when my husband ain't around because I want him to think that I did that shit. But if you down, hit a bitch up, okay? B.
Well, I want to second what Nick was saying. Like, you know what I mean? Make sure that if you agree to do anything like this, that make sure that's some shit that you want to do. Don't do nothing for nobody else. Don't do it for love. Don't do anything that you don't want to do that just don't sit right with you. Like, if it's for you, then it's for you, because you'll know that this is the type of shit that you want to be into, because you'll be real interested, and there's other ways to educate yourself about polyamory or whatever. But be careful for the snakes in the grass in any type of relationship and dynamic, and be careful and take care of yourself, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. About the snakes in the grass.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Been real.
Yeah.
All right, well, doobies and pins. So we will see you guys next week.